Hello, dear cadets, and welcome to the presentation of the Marpol Convention. And today we will continue with the presentation of Annex 4, Regulations for the Prevention of Pollution by Sewage from Ships. The discharge of raw sewage in the sea create a health hazard. Sewage can also lead to oxygen depletion and can be obvious visual pollution in coastal areas, a major problem for countries with touristic industries. The main source of human-produced sewage are land-based, of course, such as municipal sewers or treatment plants. But we need to consider vessels, in maritime industry also as a source of the sewage into the sea from ships. Out of 6 annexes of Marpol Convention, sewage is Annex 4. So please try to remember the order of the annexes. Annex 4 entered into force in 2003. It took almost 3 decades to take it into form. The turning point was in 2000 when MEPS approved a revised text of Annex 4. So it was less restrictive and hence its chance of entering into force as soon as possible for the purpose of protecting the marine environment. So it was left for the decisions of governments, of parties for this convention. So raw sewage, what is raw sewage? We need to understand that it's water out of toilets, from the douches, from the kitchens, yes, and we all are producers of this sewage, black waters. The discharge of raw sewage into the sea can create a health hazard because of bacteria and viruses. The world pandemic situation is just, obvious example of how we are connected to each other. So, and we are not living in the isolated area, and we cannot say that we are safe if there is some danger of the, infection or virus, effect on the human being. So, as a coastal area, the sewage is affecting by oxygen depletion creation, the visual pollution, it smells bad, of course, harmful nutrients, and it kills fishes. So the industries for the coastal area, for this population in the coastal area, is effect is very negative. At high seas, it's considered that this amount of waters, can be assimilated through the natural process of the digestion of bacteria at the sea, in the open ocean. In order to avoid confusion among parties to Annex 4, the Maritime Environment Protection Committee agreed to request any parties to Annex 4 which may not be able to modify their national legislation to implement the revised Annex 4 until its entry into the force. So actually it was up to 2005. In our days, it's already into force, entered into force. So be aware about this. So requirements of Annex 4 are applicable to the vessels more than 400 gross tonnage or vessels certified for the transportation of more than 15 persons. This is including the crew members. So persons passengers, crew members are all together. Measurements for pollution prevention by sewage. So we need to act some actions, and the requirements of Annex 4 are covering the requirements for the construction of vessels, the processing of the waters, reception facilities in port area, and discharge at sea. So, but there are still problems. So there are not only one version of requirements. So there is no kind of limitation for the, especially in the technical means, and the reception facilities not in every port we can find. So this is still problematic issue, but IMO takes all available, all required efforts to decrease, to prevent the pollution by sewage. So one of the instruments under the Annex 4 is to create a special area. So according to the Marpol Convention, the Baltic Sea is announced as a special area under Annex 4. So this area is strictly controlled by coastal governments in terms of the sewage pollution. So one of the fact about the Baltic Sea, that the currents, water movement inside the Baltic Sea is cycled, and it means that the full recycling process of the Baltic Sea waters takes so long time, and it's almost impossible to keep it clear if we will not take an actions. So, and Baltic Sea, once again, it's a special area under Annex 4, and it's only one special area which is announced currently by IMO. So, every vessel more than 400 gross tonnage and certified to transport more than 15 persons should be equipped with a sewage treatment installation. So sewage pulverize and disinfection equipment, sewage reception tank. So this is constructional requirements for the vessels. So, and discharge of sewage into the sea is prohibited unless the vessel has a approved sewage treatment plan on board in operational condition. So is discharging comminuted and disinfected sewage using an approved system at a distance of more than 3 nautical miles from the nearest land from the coastal line. And another case is discharging sewage which is not comminuted or disinfected at a distance of more than 12 nautical miles from the nearest land. So please, once again, if there is less than 3 nautical miles, so the discharging waters should be comminuted and disinfected. So if you are further from the coastal area, but the distance is less than 12 nautical miles, so it should be less restricted. So please be aware about this also. So how the treatment system works. So at the entering part, there is electricity power. Of course, it's working under the electricity power. So, and gray water, black water enters to the system, and there is a process of the cleaning. So the part of it goes to the air as a water vapor. Sludge and screenings less than 1.1%. So it goes to the reception facility on board of the vessel, and 99.9% is considered as a clean water. So this is treatment system on board of the vessel. Here you see on the picture Hamworthy system concept, and this is one type of the treatment system which can be installed on board of the vessels. Survey system is a standard requirement, and same as oil pollution certification. The surveys goes by schedule of 5 years. So at the beginning of the vessel's life is initial full or complete survey, and after 5 years it should be renewed with a complete check of the conditions. So the certificate for the sewage pollution prevention is the International Sewage Pollution Prevention Certificate, ISPP. So the text should be on the certificate. The test results of the plant are laid down in the ship's ISPP certificate. But the ISPP format does not allow such inclusions. Yes. So here we see the requirements, and also owners should maintain available a copy of the certificate or type approval for sewage treatment plants, which contains an appendix. Test results of the plant are laid down in the ship's ISPP certificate. So this is all what we can say about sewage pollution prevention from ships, and please try to think about this subject, think about the points which you didn't understand clearly, and send the questions to me. So, and at the end also we have our own questions, set of questions. Please try to answer these questions, and it will help you to understand Annex 4 of Marpol more clearly. So first question is, to which ships applicable regulations of Annex 4? Second question, what are most important measures in preventing pollution by this annex? Think about the measures, yes? And of course, as we know, in maritime industry, we use a lot of abbreviations. So what is MEPS, ISPP, and IMO? Thank you very much for your attention. Hopefully, it will be easy to memorize this short presentation information, and I wish you all the best. Good luck.